right, we are back on the stage, and I believe the Mortal Kombat dudes are getting ready and set. In the meantime, though, we have assembled a very fine group of gentlemen here. We got Tom McShea, we've got Justin Calvert, and we got Shaun McInnis, of course. GameSpot's all-star edit team up here. How have you guys have a good show?
Oh, we're having a great show.
Right on. Lots of fun. Like, E3 is kind of back, huh? It's kind of like, it's big, ugly, and dirty, and awesome all at the same time now.
Yeah.
I was surprised to see that it went from, last year halfway to like literally 150% of awesome crazy to this year.
Have you been to the THQ booth? You can literally climb into a mech suit.
I have seen that.
Yeah,
and like the doors open and shut.
And they have the big animatronic version of The Rock with like a big mechanical eyebrow going up and down.
A whole WWE thing's weird because they got those waving hands and everything on there. I saw that.
It's like the spectacle of old E3 seems to be back.
Totally. Motorized waving hands. It's a sign that E3 is crazy again. Justin, what about you? You got to sneak in the Bethesda booth, right?
I was here writing stories. Another live cam guy came by, wanted to get our users into the Bethesda booth, and I didn't know if it was going to happen, but got everyone in there. Saw the life-size dinosaur thing in there. Obviously, Fallout, Rage, bunch of other games in there. So yeah, that was pretty cool. I hadn't been in there yet myself, so.
We had Fallout and Rage both on the show earlier today.
Oh, cool.
And it was it's funny because we don't see each other a lot of times, like people in the industry, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know the last time I saw Tim Willits from id, straight up, right? So this guy's coming up here and they're like, oh, you know this guy? I'm like, hey, how you doing? I'm like thinking like, I don't know. And then he's like, oh, I'm Tim Willits. I was like, oh man, I've met you like 500 times. But so that was a lot of fun. But what about you? You saw some Majesco action?
I was at Majesco's booth today.
What'd you see there?
I played Babysitting Mama.
Babysitting Mom.
And it kind of like, you know how Cookie Mama took cooking culture and turned it on its head?
I know, not exactly.
It does the same thing with babysitting. That's what it does.
So if you're a babysitter that needs to learn the ropes of babysitting, this is a good tool, is what you're saying?
Ryan, you know how you have like that really bad gambling addiction? So there's a part in this where you can take two babies and race them. And it's not part of the game to put money down.
That's awesome. For real?
Baby?
Me and Curtis, our guides editor, he owes me like $1,000 because my baby kicked his baby's butt.
Seriously though, what else do you do? Like change diapers?
Well, they all come with a plush toy of a baby, life-size baby.
Oh.
And you stick the Wii remote in its back.
Are you kidding me?
And then you got a crying, motion-enabled baby.
Really?
It's a baby controller?
It's a baby controller.
So it's like a baby peripheral.
It's a baby peripheral. We've been asking for this for years.
Is it official?
Because when we do Wii bowling, we wanted to.
Right.
Yeah.
Is it an officially licensed baby, or is it like a black market baby?
They're still working out details, so they're trying to get Jolie's baby.
Okay.
But that's pricey. It might just be like an unlicensed baby.
I'm gonna hold out for that one.
We'll see.
That is awesome. That is super awesome.
It's actually kind of interesting.
So that was
a lot of things you can stick Wii remotes in at E3 this year, let's be honest.
So that sounds like the specifics of the day. What about the show overall? What was like what's some of the coolest stuff you saw, dude?
That is what I've seen today. So other than that, it's just trying to get through the third day. It's tiring.
What about the last couple days? Anything like stands out in your mind as
Well, the
being
3DS
something?
is the big thing. That's
Right.
pretty awesome.
You got your hands on it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The Animal Crossing looks awesome.
Really?
Very excited for that one.
Did you play the 10 Dogs and Cats?
I played Nintendo Dogs and Cats. I had a beagle. He was cute. Threw him a frisbee.
Nice.
He was in 3D.
He was in 3D.
Yeah.
Is it the 3D that we have seen, or is it different? Does it feel different or look different?
Well, there's no glasses.
Right.
It's a little cooler than movies. There's not as much stuff going on, so it's easier to focus on like the one thing jumping out at you as opposed to like Avatar where everything's jumping out at you. It's pretty cool. It's great technology.
Right on. Excellent.
Yeah.
What about you, Justin? What's the hotness?
I think I was up here already. I talked about like Gran Turismo 5, which really impressed me. Patapon 3 looks great. Today I got to meet the team working on, or the producer, and a couple other guys from the Metal Gear Rising team. That was pretty cool. They didn't actually show us. Yeah, they didn't show us anything new, but we just got to talk to them about the game and that kind of stuff. So that was cool. Yeah, I don't know. There's so much stuff, dude. I played Sniper Ghost Warrior today. It's coming out in a couple weeks. That was pretty fun.
Right on. And that game, like there was like a video we put on the site, and like that video was like boom! It got like everybody was watching that.
That game looks really good, and I think it's only going to be $40.
Wow.
So
What a deal. And what's that coming out for?
360 and PC. I think that's it. Just the two. Yeah.
What about you, Shaun? Any hotness?
I haven't had a whole lot of time to like wander around the show floor, but I spent a little bit of time doing that yesterday, and there happened to be, by some stroke of luck, an empty terminal for Castlevania Lords of Shadow, which looks totally awesome, by the way. It's like a 3D Castlevania games have never been all that great, but this one looks like it could be. It's like super slick, super atmospheric and cinematic, and it plays like God of War, so you can't go wrong there.
I was reading a lot of the comments. I think it was that trailer I was looking at yesterday. A lot of the comments underneath that trailer, and it was awesome. People like saying like, you know, oh, God of War 3 ripoff, and there was people like, what are you talking about? You mean God of War ripped off Castlevania, right? So you know, a lot of there, but either way, that game does look super good.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I was up here, I saw Rage. That game running at 60 frames a second, doing what it does, it looks super good. That game looks really good. What do you guys think of Bulletstorm? What do you guys think?
It's got some memorable lines in it. That's for sure.
It is responsible for the line of the show, which I will not utter on this stage.
It's pretty
Yeah,
harsh.
we were watching the press conference in the booth, and we were just cracking up, like in a good way, as we were watching the trailer and stuff. It was just like, yeah, the fact you can kick a door down and it flies like 20 feet and crushes a guy against a wall or something.
Have you guys heard?
It looks like a lot of fun.
A lot of fun. Have you guys heard of what they call? You know, it's like, so they have the skill shots, right?
Yeah.
One of the skill shots called Fire in the Hole.
Yeah.
Have you heard about that? All right,
Oh,
yeah. So funny stuff there. Good humor. The one thing I will say is last night I got to sneak over to that Microsoft event and play myself some Beast Mode in Gears of War 3. Have you guys played or seen that? So you get to play as the Locust, and it's like kind of firefight mode from, you know, Halo, you know. So it's like you're basically playing with like 4 or 5 other dudes, and there's these waves of the good guys coming after you. So like wave 1, it's just a bunch of like whatever little, you know, stuff, and then wave 2, and then you get to wave 3, and it's like straight up you see Cole or you see Dom running out there, and it's like, I'll admit, like seeing those like, you know, characters, it's like you want to kill them. You're like, oh, you're going down, you know. It's kind of like the dude running around with the star, you know, on his back. But that was awesome, and like the neat thing too is like, depending, you know, each wave you get access to different characters that you can use, and they give you like a berserker from the start, and he's just this big lumbering thing that's got this big stick that like crushes stuff, and yeah, needless to say, it's super fun. It's a lot of fun. I'm sure I'm getting all the names mixed up because like there was like a billion different like creatures I fought with, but yeah, lots of fun with Gears of War 3. What about Star Wars Force Unleashed 2? You guys play that at all?
No.
You didn't see
Seen it?
that,
Nope,
really?
I didn't see it.
You didn't see it? I did see it a little bit last night. That game, you know, it's funny because like you see, you know, we've seen Star Wars Force Unleashed, so you kind of have that picture in your head of like what you remember, and yeah. And then when you walk up on the newer, hotter, cooler, you know, looking a little sharper, it's like, oh yeah, that's super awesome looking. And they got the dude, you know, that played Starkiller back, the guy, what's his name, Whitman or Whitmore, I don't know, the guy from Smallville, right? That dude's back in it, reprising his role as the Starkiller, and they talked about some of the crazy stuff you can do with that, throwing lightsabers while you're fighting with one lightsaber. You get 2 of them now.
Can you still pick up a Jawa and punt it?
I don't know. I hope so. I'm sure. There's no reason to take that out
If
by
they
any
have
means.
any sense in them, they will let you do that.
Well, now you can punt Wookiees.
You can punt Wookiees?
That's the big reveal.
Wow.
Let me ask you some questions from the audience
Yeah.
instead of just blabbering away here. Daniel Moncton out of Daniel out of Moncton wants to know, has Capcom released any news on their upcoming Resident Evil game for the PSP? Have you guys heard anything about that or anything?
PSP version of Resident Evil?
That's what it said.
We've heard about the 3DS version.
3DS
They
version?
have a new one that's
that
showing
was-
off here, but
That's the only one I've heard about.
Right on. I think we're getting close to having Mortal Kombat ready, so I'm not going to keep the folks at home waiting. I'm certainly not going to keep myself waiting because, you know, obviously I'm crazy
we
into
can
the
just stay here
MK.
and play it, right?
You know, dude, it's like 4:02. This stage show is supposed to be technically done by now,
Right.
but whatever. Like technically, like an hour before E3 ends, right? Let's see how long Ed Boon wants to stay up here with me. The reality is, I don't know how much of the game they're gonna totally show. They're gonna show, I know, about a 10-minute. I mean, we'll see what they have right here. So either way, I'm gonna stop blabbering and let you guys get off the stage. We'll get Ed Boon up here, and we'll see some Mortal Kombat. So thanks, guys, for joining me. Appreciate it. Thank you, Tom
yeah,
McShea.
all right.
Wave from. Oh, there you go. I can reach you. I'll wave to you, though. How you doing? So that's it for us right now. Stay tuned. In just a moment, we'll have Mortal Kombat here on the stage. So take it away, us.